Welcome to Complete Guitar Lessons. I'm Brad Allen. Today we're going to be learning about the minor pentatonic scale. This is the first scale that beginning guitarists should learn, in my opinion. It's an easy scale. It can be used on all kinds of tunes. It's really the foundation for the blues scale. Some of the songs you could use this on once you know the scale. You could use this to improvise, play solos over songs like Johnny Be Good, Old Time Rock and Roll, Taking Care of Business. Anything that's basically blues oriented, this should fit very well. Also, wanted to remind you really quick, if you have not done so, please subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be putting up probably at least 2 videos a week, and I don't want you to miss any of them. So, to use the minor pentatonic scale, you need to know the neck a little bit. What I mean by that is you need to know at least some of the notes on the neck. You don't necessarily need to know all of them in the beginning, but it's important to know at least most of the notes on the 6th string, the biggest one. So if you don't know those already, I would look those up. I'll eventually probably do a lesson on that, but I don't have a lesson up on that yet. But you need to know basically where you're starting on the neck, what note you're starting on. And so as far as using this scale on different songs, I mentioned earlier Johnny Be Good, for instance, or any other song. A good general rule is whatever chord that song is starting on or ending on, that's usually the key it's in. Not always, but usually. So let's assume that we're doing a song that's in G. So if we know the song is in G, we've determined that, then, or we think it is anyway, we're going to start on the 3rd fret of the guitar, because that's G. Now I'm going to show you the shape of this scale here. So the best way to remember the minor pentatonic scale is there's only 2 different shapes within this that you have to know. And that is, you have one pattern that goes from the starting note and it goes up 4 frets. Between those 2 fingers, there's 4 frets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? That's for the 6th string, the biggest one. You have that same pattern down on the 1st string and also on the 2nd string. So just those 3 strings. So the 1st string, 2nd string, and 6th string, they're all spread out like that over 4 frets. All the strings in between, it's just 3 frets. So 1, first finger, 1, and 3. So I'm going to do this slow so you can get an example here. So if I'm playing a minor pentatonic scale in the key of G, it's going to look like this. First thing you can do is just practice going backwards like that, up and down the scale, nice and slow. And then, once you know the scale, you can start messing around with that. All I'm doing is just playing different notes in that scale. Once you know more techniques, pull-offs, hammer-ons, all those things, bending, you can use all those things. In the beginning though, if you don't know all those things, just pick the notes. Kind of mess around. Eventually you can work slides into there. Now, so that's your minor pentatonic scale in G. The great thing is this is a movable scale. So if you wanted to play in G flat, again, if you know those notes on the 6th string, I can just move it down here to G flat, play the same shape, and now I can solo in that key. And in most blues songs, basically blues bass songs, I should say, Taking Care of Business, Old Time Rock and Roll, I'm trying to think of all the different, Georgia Satellites, Keep Your Hands to Yourself, Pink Cadillac, there's all kinds of them. But basically you can solo on that same scale over the entire song, and it'll sound good. As long as you play those notes, it'll sound great. So here's G flat. If I move it up here to the 2nd dot, it's the 5th fret, now I'm in A. So this is a very basic intro to the minor pentatonic scale, but this is something you can learn, kind of mess around with, start playing some basic solos on. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Again, if you haven't done so, please subscribe. like the video. That helps more people to see this video. So I'm showing these videos to, you know, maybe hundreds or thousands of people that way, rather than showing them to just a handful. It's a lot better use of my time. And if you like the video, that helps it to spread to more people. So I would really appreciate that. And that's all I have for today. We will see you next week.